everyone. This is Whiskey Wednesday Weekly. I'm your host, Ken Boone. This week we're doing a unique setup this week. First of all, we're in my buddy's backyard out in Alpine. For those of you guys who don't know what that means, it doesn't matter. It's out far. So that's all that really matters. But this is his house, Cory Burke, and this is my guest, Shawn Torgerson. Sorry, buddy. Torgerson. And we haven't been drinking yet either, so wait till this actually happens. So anyway, long story short is we're doing a kind of a special veterans episode, I guess, just because these guys both served the term with me in my 4 years in the Navy. I think he went 6. He did, but he did all 4 with me on the Kitty Hawk, and then did 2 years somewhere else. And then Shawn did 5 years on the USS Kitty Hawk, and then 1 year shore duty. So we're going to talk a little bit about who they are, what they went through, some Navy stories, kind of real quick background real quick. Shawn, where are you originally from? What city, state?
Military brat, but came into the Navy from Army, from Arizona.
He's drinking water, ladies and gentlemen. Wait till it hits the fan. And then Cory, where are you from?
Colorado.
What city?
I don't want to tell you that.
Obviously,
the armpit of Colorado.
He hasn't been back, obviously. And then you guys probably know, most of you go, unless you're watching for the first time, from Maryland. So we're going to talk a little bit about the real interesting part to this episode is that I actually had been, good Lord, I got in 95. I think we stopped hanging around each other since like 97 when my daughter was born.
Our flyer was a little late.
Yeah. Sorry. It's no big deal. The microphone won't pick it up super loud. But the good news is it had been, I think, till 3 years ago, from like 97 to 2017, since I actually knew they were still in San Diego, connected with them, which just kind of goes in hand with reach out to people. You know, you never know who needs someone. We talked about a little bit before we started that, you know, there's a lot of people that are actually going through a lot of problems, whether it's the pandemic or just old veterans and stuff. And Shawn knows some personal people that have, you know, taken their lives or gone through some struggles, as we all do. So at the end, we'll hit a little bit on that. But I first want to talk a little bit about Shawn's reasoning of why he joined the military, because I think everyone should know what encourages someone to join, whether it's the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. What made your decision to join up?
It was the quickest way out of Tucson, Arizona. Truthfully.
Yeah.
I was just miserable in the heat, and I wanted something to get out of Tucson, Arizona and get away from the heat.
So it wasn't a bad situation. It was just miserable to be there. 110 degrees.
Always hot.
Yeah. What were you doing at the time? Were you just a kid? I mean,
just fresh out of high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then, just needed to get out. I tried a little bit of community college and just said, nope, I'm done. I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, very similar to me. Like one class at community college, and that was enough for me. Cory, what did you end up signing up for?
I got out because, same thing, reason to get out of unmentioned Colorado State.
Yeah. Not the state, the town.
Colorado, yeah. And me and my friend kind of just decided, hey, let's join the military. I really wanted to get to Japan in some way, shape, or form, so that kind of got me there.
What the hell were you, like, just randomly you're in high school and you went to
I always
Japan?
liked Japan art.
Oh, okay.
Always.
Yeah.
And koi, obviously. So I was like, I want to go to Japan. I want to see what it's like really like.
Well, in case you're wondering, I mean, Cory, we'll get into it later, but he is an artist, so obviously he was a fan of Japanese artwork. And then, if you can't see in the background, we chose this location because he has a massive waterfall with koi pond, and it's very tranquil. But obviously we didn't have that running. Thank you, or we wouldn't hear us. My story is basically pretty simple. I think I was 19, illegally drinking at the time. Kids already know that, or my kids do. So my stepfather went out or came home one day and said, "You guys are a bunch of sissies. You would never join the military." Next day, me and my buddy were dumb enough to do it. So long story short, that led to my amazing career in the 4-year U.S. Navy because my stepfather dared me to do it when I was drinking. So if you don't want to join the military, don't drink.
Yeah.
That's kind of my first bit of information for you guys. But ultimately, though, we are going to start with a shot. Shawn's not a big whiskey guy, so this ought to be pretty cool to see his reactions and to see him in about 40 minutes when he's probably trying to tell a story.
And the first ever 4-drop shot.
Right. We are going to encourage him to have some actually real shots because we do want to see him how he reacts. So it'll be kind of cool. So with that, we're going to actually start off with a real simple one. It's one I just got the other day. It's Jameson Cold Brew, which is basically only 60%. or no, 60 proof, 30% alcohol, but it's actually whiskey infused with coffee. So it's super easy, super good to drink.
That sounds
and it'll
yummy.
be very good. And of course, we started the new tradition here where we're pouring our own.
Well,
No, I just mean we're not filling them up prior to the show like we used to do. And as you can see, if he lifts up his little teacup, he is going with the 1 ounce baby junior. What is that? What are the teacups? Is that Little Mermaid or something? The dancing teacup. So cheers, here we go.
Cheers.
First one,
Cheers.
Jameson cold brew.
Get under.
Peace.
All right.
What do you think of that?
That's actually very tasty.
Isn't that good? Sorry guys, I got my
Little-
time.
How can I
Little
have
hint
those
of-
as the rest of mine?
Yeah.
Little hint of coffee there. That's good.
It's perfect, right?
That is
Yeah, it's
good,
just
yeah.
infused, yeah. So it's good for the morning for the people who like to drink.
For the morning.
All the time. I'm only encouraging day drinking on the weekends.
Yeah.
So just that being said.
Only Friday through Sunday.
Yeah. So
Rainy day that ends
we
in
will
day.
kind of get right into it a little bit because obviously with 2 guests, I've kind of got to move this thing along a little bit. So I do want to kind of get a little bit of take after we figured out why we joined the military. What were you doing in the military? What was your kind of your rank, your rate? What does that work out?
Photographer.
Okay.
Got to basically take pictures of anywhere and anything that the Navy needed, and it was, to me, the coolest job you could possibly have because, again, I got to go everywhere on the ship, got to go up in the air, got to do cat launches, cat landings, everything.
Yeah, it sounds like a badass job. I mean, frankly, if you were in the U.S. Navy and we were on a carrier, which has like 5,000 people, imagine how many photo opportunities and disasters and injuries, and this guy filmed them all. There was one we'll tell you about in a second once I get to his job and title.
My job was I did security for a little while, and then I did yeoman, which is basically a secretary.
And he's manly enough to admit it because now he's got a beautiful home and a wife, so who gives a shit, right?
And I had the best shore leave, so it worked out pretty good.
Yes. And honestly, he had a great life on the ship, let's be honest. He had air conditioning and a desk, so, not all of us had that. I was started out as a fireman, which just means I worked in the boiler room for 6 months, and then when I found out how miserable that was and how hot it was, and the hazing, which if you guys don't know what hazing is, it's because it's outlawed because we're a very soft nation, but nonetheless, I digress. But it was pretty fun at the time just to haze people and stuff. But nonetheless, I decided that life was not for me. So away I went to the top of the bridge. I was a quartermaster for 3.5 years after that, and the rest is history. So in talking about that a little bit, we had a story. I think that we I don't know if it's classified. If you guys come to kill me for this, then oh well. There was a guy that got like sucked into an airplane. It was the weirdest thing, man. He was able to get it on, or I guess the guy who got injured or whatnot. I mean, we were talking about it before this. The guy like went from a 6-foot man to 20 feet. He stretched his body literally
Had an arch.
literally got sucked.
As he got
in
sucked
at a
into
vacuum.
the
So weird.
into the F-14. And what's crazy, I'm going to add to this. What's crazy is his hand actually caught the cone
Right.
while it was turning, and the other arm went back, and he lost it up to here.
Yeah.
And I got to photograph all of the little shreds and shards.
Yeah.
And
Now, granted, we don't know the guy. I couldn't tell you who he is. I mean, this was a long time ago, obviously.
I would just say YouTube on Kitty Hawk. Something probably there by
you
now.
can just YouTube people getting sucked into air intakes,
Oh,
and
that's
you'll probably
true.
find
That's
them.
true because it's it's
Yeah.
not the first one, and it probably won't be the last. But being said that, we also have a pretty cool. We had a pretty cool life. I mean, let's be honest. We had a third guy who's out in Texas right now. We won't bring his name up because he's not here to defend himself. Because if he was, we would.
His
probably
initials are Charlie Murphy.
We love you, buddy, and we will. That's all we got to say. That's it. We're not going to talk about any cool, funny stories or anything. He was just the coolest guy to pick on. He was also the coolest guy to actually have at a party. He was a good guy, and he still is. I just haven't seen him in years. So nonetheless, I guess we did have a couple cool places. We've been to Singapore a couple times. We've been to Hong Kong, Hawaii, Yokosuka, Dubai, Abu Dhabi. We've been to the Persian Gulf, Somalia. That was actually when the Black Hawk Down movie was being made, and little did we know we're out there.
Being made.
Not being made.
That's
man.
when it
Happened.
happened.
History was happening.
We got to document that.
Oh, you read?
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard.
Yeah, well, I got to be on the ship when it happened.
Now, let's talk a little bit about this, though, guys. If you don't remember, when we went to Somalia, we had no idea, first of all. We're cruising like on regular orders, and then I was the navigator, so I was steering the boat, and all of a sudden they're like, course completely opposite, 16, 22 hours, like full speed ahead to go to this Somalia thing. And sure enough, we got to experience what's called being a polywog and a shellback. Now in the Navy, that's when, again, back when hazing was okay, you would actually cross the international date line, and when you did that...
equator.
The equator.
The
equator. International date line, we did cross that too.
That's another one.
Yeah. But what happened if you were a polywog, which means you first time, all the shellbacks who had been there before got to pretty much beat you with a fire hose.
Frozen.
Like 4 feet long with a duct tape handle. And then, by the way, you had to climb on the deck all day with your hands and knees unless you were on watch.
I spent at least 20 minutes barking into one of their little things. They would tie the ship for the
airplanes
down too.
Or trying to blow out the water as they kept filling it.
So imagine if you're a military guy and you actually probably have already experienced it. You can probably remember back in the days. But it was pretty brutal. I mean, eggs all over your head every day. There was whipping chains. I mean, it was like whipping posts. They would just beat you. Yeah,
swimming through the tub.
Yes, with just
all the old food,
cabbage and disgusting.
Like that, they'd saved all the leftovers for like 3 to 4 days and dumped it all in that.
Yes, and then at the end, you got to like rub your face on this giant guy who was like supposed to be the king or something.
Yeah, Cisco belly.
He had a belly that he was full of Cisco grease. I mean, everything you'd want for your 19-year-old or 20-year-old son. Or daughter at that time.
Join the Navy.
Yeah. Now, that being said, we'll pause because when we became, we had an opportunity to become shellbacks a year or so later, and we actually got to do it. But of course, by then it was too soft to beat anybody. So it was
everybody boycotted it.
So the next timer went off, so we're going to do another shot because we really got to get this guy hammered quick.
Oh, my Lord.
So what we're going to do is we're going to break into, I've never heard of this before, but our good buddy Corey sent me a picture. It's called Royal Salute. It's 21-year-old whiskey. Now, we just opened it tonight, so I don't know what it's going to taste like. All I know, if it's 21 years old, it needs to be drank.
Yeah, we should open it.
And that was bottled at 21. He's had it for how long?
Only a couple years.
Oh, okay. So it's 23 years old now.
23.
All right, only there. We're going a little more. Going with the bigger cup.
He's going with the big stuff. Oh, that's
good.
Well, I didn't realize the bottom wasn't the bottom.
Hey, they didn't need to know that. They didn't need to know that.
So honestly, we're going to, I can't tell you a thing about this whiskey, so I'll have to look it up and you'll have to find it out.
It's a blue bottle.
Yeah, it's about $300 a bottle. So for all you average drinkers out there, don't try it at home. There we go. We did not rehearse that. That was badass, right?
All right.
That one I didn't actually shoot. I kind of savored it.
So
I'm sitting here saying I just savored it, and you guys are like, "Woo!"
Well, it was hard to savor flames because that was certainly not the smoothest. But for $300 a pop, I don't give a shit. It was good.
I like the first one a lot more.
You stick with the coffee all night.
So
this one's killing my vocal cords.
In saying that, I'm sorry, you guys know I have to have the timer. So in saying that, what we'll do is we'll go into where we were actually. I guess there's really not much of a story because when we got to do it again a year later, there was really nothing to do. They took all of our privileges away to pretty much shillelagh anybody. I think that all we could do was
green pancakes.
Yeah. It was kind of like. But the good news is we became a shellback. We got a certificate, and then there was a couple other cool stories. I think they were talking to me about, which I didn't even know because in the Navy you have to stand what's called duty, even if you're at sea or at port. That these guys mentioned that they experienced something that not a lot of people probably have a chance to experience while in Japan or Singapore.
It was Singapore.
It was Singapore.
Yeah. And so go ahead, guys. Tell us a little story. You just mentioned it like 20 minutes before we went on about a club and some famous,
We just got lucky that we went to a club called Top 10 in Singapore. And
they had
They had a cover charge, and we knew if you had a cover charge that Navy guys were too poor to afford a cover charge.
$10 in the 90s was a lot. I mean,
chances are we could get in and not be surrounded by a bunch of Navy guys.
Yeah,
is what we're going for.
And look, what was crazy is we got in and found out that coming live onto stage, we got to see Shaka Khan in concert. In a club.
He dumbed it down. It was really cool. We're all sitting.
We're supposed to make these exciting because most of the people, no offense, don't know who the hell Shaka Khan is.
So we're sitting in there just drinking, talking, doing whatever, and then next thing you hear is like the lights go dim, and it was like Shaka Khan. I want to rock Shaka Khan, and then it was like lights come up.
It was
nuts.
Coming out singing,
we're like,
it was nuts.
Well, what is this? And hey, you're in the middle of a concert. Congratulations.
And here they are, like they're on like shore duty. I mean, they took some leave or whatever, got the chance to go out for a day or two, and a freaking American icon shows up in Singapore, and all they want to do is get a drink and maybe meet some chicks.
And this is not a huge club. It's not it was not
It
huge.
was actually
big.
No. Wow.
So I mean, like literally, we're dancing on the floor in front of her performing, like. Hi, how are you? Right?
And what's funny is
4 or 5 feet away from you.
I either have a senior memory or I never heard the story. They were probably just keeping it from me. They're probably like, let's not tell Ken because he'll be all upset.
Ken's gonna be so mad that he wasn't here. Let's not tell him.
Right. So then there was another one we were talking about. This other Hong Kong was super fun.
Hong Kong,
one of the greatest ports I think I've ever been to. The city itself was amazing. There was this other club called China Jump. That's all we got to say. Thank you, China Jump. See ya.
Yeah.
The memories, there were just too good of memories.
Memories were there,
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
That's all you're seriously going to say?
Yes, because there was really nothing to go with.
It was just
It's
great.
not like we had like memories. It was just, I mean, they're like moments.
The first place I'd ever seen that had stacked seating. Remember, they had like the honeycomb seating that you could go in and you could climb up to the one up here and sit down here.
I didn't even remember
First place
that.
I ever saw that.
I didn't even remember that.
So if you ever have a chance to go to Hong Kong, I'm sure it's
that was
right
the
on your
first
list.
time I ever
that was when it was
saw
still in British
someone
rule.
have shots taken off of them laying flat on a bar.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's the first time I'd ever seen it. It was I forget what they called it there, but yeah, it
wasn't a body shot.
It was
like literally there. Yeah, there you go. Say it louder, Corey.
But nonetheless, you're
For those of you who didn't hear, it was a slow, comfortable screw.
Because they put the mixer right there, and then they did it. They act like,
Yeah,
God, I don't even remember that.
and then poured it into the shot glass for you to do the shot.
I was drinking.
Some of us were paying attention to other things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was drinking. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But no, nonetheless, that was a good point though, because that was when the British ruled, right?
Yeah.
That
was
so I mean, if you guys know a little bit about the history, that's not the case anymore. But I'm not saying it's not great, but that was a whole different ball game back then, for sure. So
my guess is all the pubs are probably gone now.
Yeah.
There was a lot of English pubs.
Yeah, British rule type pubs, yeah. So, Shawn, I do want to hit up on your, I guess your experience. So, Shawn was a photographer, like he mentioned, for 6 years, the whole time, right, from day one to the end.
Active duty and then all the way through reserve until I retired.
So, Shawn actually is a retired veteran. So, clap for that, golf clap, because he did 16 years or 14 years as a.
You just keep getting it wrong.
I'm just kidding. No, it's not a golf clap. Actually, I didn't know about him until I caught up with him 3 years ago. I was like, holy shit, you're still in. That's a good job, man. You actually...
I had already retired.
No, man, you did the whole thing is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that was pretty impressive, yeah. Because they offered me that, and I'm like, I don't want anything to do with it. Just get me the hell out of here. And you said you did some years of reserve too, right?
Yeah, he came in because of me.
Yeah.
I did the shore duty because everybody just said, "Oh, you have to do the shore."
But I talked you into staying in the reserves.
So you were in the reserve for 4 years?
He cross-rated over to combat camera.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So he shot some pictures and stuff?
Nice. Yeah, but there was I probably shouldn't say that, but there was zero training. I knew it was time to get out.
Whatever he was about to say, he didn't, so it's probably
I knew it was time to get out when I passed the course, and I didn't even know what a camera was. It's like, oh yeah, good. Away you go. I'm like, sweet. Yeah.
Well, the good thing is, speaking of sweet, we have another shot.
Already?
Oh, Lord.
Yes. So we'll go with, because I said sweet. So Cooper's Mark is one I just got last night. I had my daughter pick it up from Bevmo. I always do shout-outs to Bevmo just because that's where my daughter gets everything because she works there. So it's actually a maple syrup bourbon. So I think you'll like this.
I like this one.
So I went with sweet because I got to keep it light and then hard for my boy Shawn here. Okay? All right. So we're going to try this. It's super
We're going back
good.
to the teacup.
No, God, dude, you got to go hard on this. This
is maple syrup. This is going to be like...
It's like breakfast in the morning for your mouth.
This is Butterworth.
All right. There we go.
Well, he is a man.
I am not PC.
I do love Shawn. He actually pulls more women than, I don't even know how to describe it. Or did. Not even
did.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah.
It's because he can dance.
We'll get into that later. Is that super
That
easy?
is super sweet.
Yeah, it's super
Ooh,
sweet.
me likey.
Basically, just pretend it's like
That is a good one.
Isn't that good?
All right, I've changed my mind. I don't want any more of that one. I want all of them that one.
Yeah. Would you like this on your
The thing is,
pancakes?
that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Like, would that get...
You could put
bad
that on
hangover?
pancakes.
No, if you get a nice just a cube.
I think we could put that on
ice.
on pancakes in the morning.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. So if you guys have
Send me
a
home with
theme
that on
here,
pancakes.
if you guys got the theme, I
got some
drink
coffee
this in
and
the morning in
pancakes?
the coffee, and then this morning I had pancakes, and this was my syrup. I'm I don't drink a lot.
But
you just do
often.
Whiskey Wednesday.
But when I do it often,
6 shots every Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, that's only one day a week. The other ones I do like three drinks before I go to bed. But again, I don't drink a lot, just often. Okay.
I think I like that better than the shooter.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God, that was
good,
yummy.
huh?
I want to do that one again.
All right, well, we'll have some later. They sucker me into playing poker because I don't play poker, so they just want to win all my money. Because I really...
Oh, did we tell you it's $100 buy-in?
No problem.
Yours is $100 buy.
No problem.
We're only doing 20.
No problem. That's not a problem. So then, I do want to get into a little bit about after the military. I mean, we can bring up stories if you guys want. Do you have any other like real defining moments in the military, like while you were there, that maybe kind of changed the perspective of how you look today?
Oh, definitely. I would say
Like one,
but truthfully, like the biggest thing is like just being around all different types of guys from all different types of the world.
Right.
And it didn't matter your race, religion, creed, color, whatever. You just learn that you're just all Navy brothers,
Right,
man. You're
right.
just all in it. I mean, when you're on the Hawk, you're on the Hawk.
Right.
That's
Right.
it, period.
Yeah.
Everybody refers to themselves as being from the Hawk.
I have a good one,
Like-
though. I don't even know if you guys...
No,
You
go for
might
it.
have known
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, we got some time.
The time that I was mistaken for Vanilla Ice. Did I tell you that, Corey?
I thought I did that last week. I thought
I did that yesterday. Come on.
Seriously, I don't know if you guys remember when I had my hair doing the whole thing.
Oh, yes.
And then
when you had hair.
and when I had hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that?
And
You did have
Sam
hair.
Cox, shout out to Sam. You're probably gonna watch this. And Carter and a bunch of us, we went to this club and they weren't gonna let us in. And they put it out there. Do you know who this is?
You know what? He did have a Vanilla Ice haircut.
He dropped the name drop
And
on a
it was
fake name.
but it was just when he had just gotten big.
Yeah.
And my older sister had said, "Shawn, I don't know if you've seen him yet, but you really look a lot like him." So I don't remember if it was Carter or Sam, whoever, but somebody was like, "Do you know who this is behind me?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Huh? What?"
Yeah.
And they were not going to let us into this club called the Alumni in Philly. And they said, "No, seriously, he's only the top white rapper right now on the scene. This
Right.
is Vanilla Ice." And they bought it because they didn't want to dare risk.
They're probably like, just do a move. He'd be like, Ice.
Well, I knew the whole
You would
song.
probably crushed it. I
was
mean,
crazy.
you would have
I knew
like
the-
easily done
and
that.
so
Yeah.
then we got in,
Thank God you didn't have to.
and they took us to the VIP lounge, and I'm sitting next to what was his name?
We have a timer, Shawn. Let's go.
All right. So, anyways, I'm sitting next to another rapper. And he's like, "Love the song,
Really?
man. Love the song."
Oh my
The
God.
story that you forgot to tell you is he was actually wearing the
And
pants.
and they
yeah.
kept bothering me until they're like, "You got to come up to the mic. You got to come up to the mic. You got to come up to the mic." And I'm like,
Did you
"What?"
perform for real?
No.
Oh my
So
God.
all I did is
That would've been
I
the
went up
greatest
and they're like,
moment
"We
ever.
got Vanilla Ice in the house," and I just went, "What's up? What's up?"
You're like, you don't get no free concerts here, bitch.
But it was a good night.
That was awesome.
It was a good night.
Yeah.
That's
It was a
so
good night.
Okay, I got you.
It was a good night.
Enough. All right. I can't even.
It was a very
I can't
fun
believe
night.
the girl, whoever he's talking about, was like, "You're not Vanilla Ice.
Wait a second, I have pictures of that.
You're vanilla, but you damn sure ain't ice." All right, so let's get back to the real moments. You were saying something that was life changing. Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about
It was
camaraderie.
life-changing.
Well, I know that.
I knew I wanted to be rich.
Good call. And how'd that work out?
Not so good.
But no, you did bring up a great point. And honestly, I know we joke and stuff, but I will say that is truly a great point you brought up, because we had brothers that I still remember today. We were sitting there talking and we're like, "Do you remember that guy? Do you remember that
Yeah.
guy?" And some we couldn't pull together, but others that were stuck with us more. And if you just think about it, you were in war with someone, and believe it or not, when we were in, we did a hell of a lot of traveling in our 4 years. I mean,
Yeah.
we went through some
Persian
serious
Gulf.
place. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we were there
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah.
We did a
Iraq.
few. Yeah,
Iraq, yeah. I mean, it
So,
was no joke.
You'd have to be.
Somalia was no joke.
You'd have to be in combat like a stupid metal helmet. I hated that thing. Pretty much in all the
4
time.
sizes too big. Always.
I'm like, how's this going to protect me? They're like, it's not. It's just because we have a code. I swear,
fall
that
off.
goddamn. It was only if you had a grenade under you, throw it over the grenade. Otherwise, that
Sit
shit
on it.
That shit would have fallen off if I'd moved. I mean, I'd be like, sorry, helmet. Anyway, it was terrible, and that's not a joke. But how about you though, Corey? I mean, other than the brotherhood and stuff, was there any kind of moment, like?
But life-changing in a different way, because mine was my time off and going out and sitting on the sponson that was under the cat. So when they
Right,
launched
Yeah.
the jet,
Yeah.
and you'd sit, and it was like, I mean, there's no way this was ever safe, but it was like
Oh yeah, I know.
Like you could see through it, everything. And
It's
I
hard
would
to
remember
describe,
sitting there,
yeah.
and you'd hang out, and when they would launch the jet, it would come and it would drop its ass, and just totally, and you'd be hanging on.
Yeah.
Nothing but water, and you totally would have been man overboard. But
Yeah.
and that just sold me on being on the ocean. That's why I like
it was
going on
amazing.
cruises and doing all the stuff I do now.
It was amazing
because of that.
And mine honestly has a lot to do with his because I was a quartermaster, so I lived in the very farthest berthing up front, and which means
2 in front of me. Actually.
No, I was the very first one because we had what's called
That's what I'm saying. You were 2 in front of me.
Right,
Because we were right at the end
right,
of the cat.
Right.
You were right up.
So other than me enjoying motors running all night in my ears, because the cats literally launched because we had what's called a secondary con, which was in the front of the ship. That if anything ever happened to the top of the ship, we'd have to steer from the what are those called?
The bow.
portholes.
No, the portholes.
the
Thank
portholes,
you,
yeah.
portholes. Thank you for that. It was only my rating. But I can figure that.
Then holes.
Yeah. But no, it was interesting because that actually was a good point because I would actually stare out those, open them up on my own, and just watch the ocean. And it was just surreal
dolphins.
out there. It was just so unreal that all three of us actually, I mean, I still love the water today 100%. You're talking about a boat, you know?
Well, I have a boat. Yeah.
He just
little,
doesn't use it.
little itty bitty.
If you're looking for a boat, he's going to sell it like in a couple days at like market value, like $6,000. It's amazing. No, I've seen it. It's freaking tight. You got to get it.
It's tight, meaning
It's a dinghy for $6,000. Let's be honest. Now the best part is, speaking of dinghy, we're going to do another shot.
Oh my God!
all right.
So this time we're going to go with Templeton Rye, and the reason why I'm choosing this was 3 episodes ago with my breast cancer survivor Robin Graciano. Shout out to Robin. I haven't brought it back since then, only because it wasn't my favorite. Let's be honest. But my boy Corey said that's what I want to try, and that's what we're trying. So we are mixing it up tonight because we've got a lot of different things in rye.
right.
And
I'll stick with this cup.
okay, oh wow, he is going manly.
Listen, I wanted to try the whiskey pig, but that got vetoed.
No. I brought it for him to actually have. Because honestly, I love. He said whiskey
That's
pig.
good. No, dude. Yo.
That's barely. Good lord. He's got like a half ounce. He's like, stop.
He's gonna be turning around, pouring it out on the grass a little bit.
Dog's gonna drink it later.
over my shoulder.
All right, so Templeton Rye. Peace out.
Oh, you babe.
Peace in. There we go. I told you. Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah, it's
take
not
that
bad.
bottle
That's
home
good.
too. I brought 2 bottles for Corey. He just didn't know he was
Actually,
I
getting
didn't know it. That one's
Better than
good.
the second one.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Then
second.
this
That,
one-
the expensive one?
No. That wasn't the second one.
Yes,
the second
it was.
one's the one that almost took away
First,
my throat.
Second,
No.
third.
Yes.
That's
this-
only been
fourth.
3?
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, and then I didn't like that. No, I didn't like that one.
He obviously doesn't like things that age well.
Yeah.
No, it aged bad.
Hey,
It's not worth $300 a shot.
for real.
Not for someone who does. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's open now. I can drink it.
Yeah. But he will be going home with Templeton Rye and Whistle Pig on the house
Look at that.
for giving me his house for tonight. So as you
about
can
me?
see, what would you,
You
like?
can keep one of the glasses.
I'm not giving you the Jameson coffee. That's for damn sure.
What about that maple syrup?
No, that's like
You can have another shot of it.
that's
You can-
like $40.
An extra shot.
No, you can have more tonight. Yes. And as you can see, the light setting. Look at that, man. We're glowing at this point, man. 'Cause the lighting is perfect. Yeah. We were wondering if the light was going to ever get better, and sure enough, it is. So, let's talk a little bit about. Did I start my timer? Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about your after the military.
Okay.
So, we'll hit on a little bit of his story after. What happened? Did he become a photographer? Did he become something else? We'll never know. Actually, we will in about 2 seconds. So, tell us a little bit once you got out of the military, because you got out a year earlier. Than
yeah.
we stayed like 2
Yeah.
more years after that. So, go ahead.
Correct. Got out, and to prove a point to myself and to others and anybody who doubted me, I basically moved to a city I'd never been to. Moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Didn't
How did
go
you
back
choose
home.
Albuquerque?
I opened up an almanac,
Okay.
and that's where I was going.
Shut his eyes, pointed on the city.
It was in the middle of the desert.
It just
from the
I did
desert.
photography there for Olin Mills. I was one of their managers of portrait studios, and then that's actually how I got into the gig I do now, which is dance, owning dance studios.
How did you transition though?
How did you do that?
Well, I will tell you.
No, I'm being serious though, because how did you go from photography?
I
to
walked
dance?
into a
mean, they're both very-
shout out to Michael Yeager.
very
He's going to watch
masculine.
this as well. But I walked into a dance studio and was asking if they needed a photographer for dance events.
Okay.
And because I was trying to get into the freelance weddings, models,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And they said, no, he doesn't need a photographer, but as so much so as they needed male dance instructors. They were in high demand. And they said they're going to pay me and train me to learn how to teach dance. And since I already love to dance, I was like, wait a minute, women like guys that can dance. This is a no-brainer, and I'm going to get paid.
Well, you were already dancing.
Yeah, no,
I
was.
the whole Navy thing. He was always a dancer. Yeah. I mean, we had questions. I mean, let's be honest. But
a lot of people still do.
People still have questions.
I mean, that's not true. I mean, it might be true, but I mean, that's been proven time and time again. All I'm saying is, we were just letting him be his thing. We were letting him do his thing in the Navy. But he was definitely getting more chicks than me and Corey. That's for damn sure. Well, Corey had no shot because he was already with someone.
I was already married, so I'm not married. I guess I wasn't married.
You were married
committed.
night one.
Yeah.
Gary knew it.
I know. Oh my God, he was married night
We're
one.
like, you're in, you sucker. Shout out to his wife because
Shannon
in the house right now.
Yeah. No,
25 years, baby.
It worked out.
25 years?
Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ours is 20. I married Mila at 20. This is our 25th next year.
Damn.
Married. We've been together 3 years before that.
Yeah, so we were married 2 years.
Yeah, we were very close.
Together that 2 years before that.
Because
the only thing I remember about your wedding, which
good for you
totally
guys,
off point, was the
next one we're toasting your guys' marriages.
There we go. The DJ not having the song you wanted.
Oh my God.
And I'm like running out to my car to get the CD to play.
Yeah, that was totally off mark, but hey, whatever. It works out.
It's good.
Like I said, we haven't seen each other.
Like really haven't caught up in a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm glad we're doing it on camera, and I just get better looking with that light shining on me every second.
My head only glows more.
My head never conceded.
Well, I was I never. I'm still not that way.
What?
I'm joking. Hey, we have a partner here that's observing us. Can you possibly just lift that chair and pull it back a hair so I don't glow as much?
And
this one right here.
Give me some of that apple.
Sorry for the break, guys. I really
no.
You can lift it.
We have a grip. He's just going to add more glare to my forehead.
That's good.
Add more glare to my forehead.
I was like thinking I was descending
down. Hot, right?
Shall I reflect for you?
Holy God! That only takes a man to do that, man. That's crazy. Yeah.
I should have drawn lips on that before.
Oh, and by the way, I forgot to point out that I usually do this. I was having an old fashioned. What'd you go with for your supper?
Amaretto.
Oh, Amaretto, and he was going with water.
Sierra Mist.
Oh,
Sierra Mist. Ooh, stepped it up this time.
He upscaled in case you guys, he went with Sierra Mist and ice.
Ice
on the rocks.
And ice, baby.
So let's go. So all right, look, we didn't get really to his story. We have to. You guys are dragging this on. It's killing me.
Oh, sorry.
No, not really. But for real though. After that, then what? Because you came back to California.
No, I came back to. All right, so I ended up in San Diego by pure luck. Yeah, we condense it down. By pure luck,
let's pretend
there was a studio. There was a studio that was affiliated with the chain that I was a part of.
Okay.
They needed a male dance teacher. Like all others had basically quit or gone on to do other things. And I knew you guys were here.
Okay.
I knew you guys were here, right. And I always missed San Diego. But it was more because I knew you guys were here, Charlie included.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a no-brainer.
Like, why would I not go?
Why would I not go?
Why would you not want to hang out with us?
The guys that I literally hung out with all the time,
right.
in the Navy, we're still here.
Did you notice that break? He's getting upset.
Yeah, I cry.
It's starting to hit me. The whiskey's starting to have an effect.
If there's tears,
and it was like, absolutely, I'm going to go back.
Yeah. No,
and that's how I ended up back in San Diego.
So let's because we want to focus on his story a little bit. So from there, condense it. Where are you at now? What happened? How did you get to where you are now? Do you have kids? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I technically... Okay.
I do. I'm just joking.
For
the audience, of course. Yeah.
I'm now an emerged, wonderful family. I luckily got to gain a son, a stepson, so I have now 3. I have my daughter, Savannah. Then there's my son, Jordan. And then there's now Chase. And, and then we've been married almost a year.
Nice.
Coming up, first year anniversary.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you got...
Nothing to 25.
Hey, it's a start. It's a start, eventually.
I mean, you'll get there someday.
Yeah, exactly.
Be like 70.
Maybe.
We'll be
That's
doing,
a long... Shit, I'm going to be old.
We'll be doing...
25, I'm going to be old,
We'll be doing grumpy whiskey week. Grumpy old men whiskey week.
I'll have nose hairs out to here.
Okay, so, Shawn, I appreciate the condensed version, but
I would do a comb over.
He went from like... I showed up in San Diego. He went a little too condensed. I showed up in San Diego. I have 3 kids, and now I'm here. No. What do you do now? How did you create dance? I mean, what did you do? Did you teach dance?
I got lucky that again I was with a studio, and the more studios I was teaching at as an independent, as an instructor, I just knew I could do what the owners were doing.
Okay.
And so I just kept taking mental notes of each studio I worked for and things that they would do, and I would be like, all right, I'm going to keep that, I'm not going to keep that. I mean, and things that I would want to do as an owner and discard. And now I'm in my now soon to hopefully open, grand open, once we get through all this, my 4th location of a storefront studio.
Second biggest in San Diego.
Second largest in San Diego, which I'm quite proud of.
You should be. And honestly, what's so weird is I'm in air conditioning. And literally, like, what, a month before this whole thing hit, he calls me and goes, give me a quote for air conditioning maintenance. And that thing has not been signed yet for some reason. I don't know why the maintenance agreement hasn't been signed. I'm joking.
Because we're a little in the pandemic.
I'm joking. That's what I'm saying. It's so weird. We're like, all of a sudden, we're like, boom, boom, boom.
I'm just going to add something, because when people out there think dance studio, they might think, 4 walls, floor, mirrors. No, we're talking 7,700 square foot of what I truthfully believe. If you know dance studios or have ever been to dance studios, come check it out. It to me is
what's the name of it?
Dance Headquarters.
Okay.
Bar none, you've never seen a studio built like this. If you know the dance.
No, it's amazing. And honestly, I mean, he's got that shit set up. And by the way, what do you teach though?
22 different styles.
I know.
Like literally, we have teachers that teach everything from ballroom, Latin swing, hip hop, country western. Like line dancing, 22 different styles of dance.
I can't wait to get in there for line dancing.
You and me too.
Yeah.
I'll be right behind you.
I'm going to hold you to that because it's on camera.
As you saw my thumb go up. Everyone knows, if you don't know me, very not sarcastic at all. Anyway, so we didn't, and listen, that was an unintentional plug for the best studio. I don't care if it's the second largest or not, it's still the best.
Yeah.
Because Shawn's teaching it. I mean, good.
No, it's not me.
Look at that
No,
face.
but it's not me. It's the guys and gals that I have teaching at the studio.
True.
No,
it's definitely not you.
No, it's not.
God,
Truthfully, it's not.
No,
guys,
I know, you're just the owner, and they are the teachers. Yeah.
They're the rock.
Teachers.
They're the rock.
Guys. Yeah, but
I'm blessed.
Yeah. No, I know.
I'm blessed.
And that's very
Truthfully,
humble. That's
I
amazing.
am blessed with the staff that teaches there.
You know what we're blessed with? Another shot.
Oh, good.
Because the timer went off 3 minutes ago, but I let Shawn just go on because
Ramble.
Well, you kept saying I was doing the too short
That's
version.
what I'm saying. It wasn't your fault.
I'm already slurring.
The t-shirt version. All right, we're gonna go with. All right, now another thing is we're gonna shout
I
out.
just said version.
I'm so sorry. We're another shout out to Corey's father or father-in-law. Father-in-law. He donated a bottle of Crown Royal, which I will be taking home because he donated to the show, not to Corey. So he said it's aged well or something.
He was given it for his 60th birthday.
Yeah,
and
so
he's
it's
now
not-
73.
Ooh.
So it's already got 13 years.
So
After being
it's Crown
gifted.
Royal, age 13, unnaturally. Meaning like beyond
Out of a barrel.
Yeah,
Out of the barrel.
Beyond, so this is gonna be sick.
Okay.
Bottle aged. We'll
All
call
right.
There you go.
Wait a
Oh, I
minute. How
like
many have
that
we
term.
done?
This is 5.
This is 2.
Good hell.
Oh, no, you gotta go big or go. This is his
Whatever.
house. No, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
We'll go a little bit small. We'll go just above the blue line.
No, dude,
Oh, my
Lord,
gosh,
have
that's-
mercy.
That's like a
You
half
gotta
ounce.
smell it before you drink it.
Oh God.
Oh hell.
Oh,
That
this is gonna be
smells
good.
amazing.
No, this is gonna be good. Cheers, Crown Royal. One
Cheers.
of the favorites. Except it's extra aged by the fact that the guy who hasn't been drinking for
Doesn't
13
want to
years.
drink it.
Oy vey. Notice how they always do theirs first.
We do drink
Oh.
whiskey. That was actually
That is really
unreal. I'm not a huge like.
And yeah, but you're not taking that home.
No. I'm joking.
That's actually pretty good.
That is, it's so
But you
smooth.
are still getting those two. So,
Okay, that's now second favorite.
yeah,
So
that was
like the
very,
maple-
very good.
Oh,
Still going to
Maple's
Maple?
still
Yeah.
by
So
far.
it goes
This is
Maple
let's
Crown
go on Maple
with-
Crown, then the coffee.
It really should be 1, 2, because you should drink this, and then this is like a good, like sweet follow-up.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
That's a good one.
enough about the whiskey.
that's a lot
Yeah.
of whiskey
Let me
in
start-
less than an hour.
Let me start. Less than an hour. I don't even know what time it is.
We don't
Sorry,
even know when we
guys.
started.
Oh, like 39 minutes. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Holy crap!
soon. Yeah. This
we can,
again.
we can
this-
just fall back and go to sleep, so we're good.
So this guy breaks out and goes, "Can I have a spritzer before?" I'm like,
No,
"Sure,
I
buddy."
did not.
An apple cider, whatever.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
Whatever.
No,
That's
I did
not a
not. Yeah, I
spritzer.
did.
Whatever. It's like
Yeah, I did.
3% alcohol on a good day. All I'm saying is this is not his bag, which is fine. Like that's why I love it. I'm excited about it. So Corey, let's
I'm
go
feeling
on.
it already too.
So
Corey, I don't think is feeling anything.
God, he just won't stop. I'm just kidding. I love this guy. So Corey, now let's go to your success story because
Yes.
honestly, well, no, it's look at this
Mine's
place.
a lot shorter, though.
Well, that's fine. But listen, Corey has always been an artist. and I didn't really realize it at the time. I mean, let's be honest, he drew it, but we weren't like, yeah, whatever.
No,
you're not going to be an artist.
Corey kills it.
No, I know.
Okay,
but
I'm going to tell a story. Can I tell one story? No, seriously.
I don't mind because this is why we get together so good,
taken
because
away
he's
from
the
you.
talker and I'm the.
But seriously, this is how talented he is.
No one's taking
This
that
is
away. My
seriously
point is,
nobody.
you
Let
know
me
how
tell a
hard it is to
story.
be an artist,
Yeah,
and he made it. That's
and
my
he makes
point.
it. He makes a living doing it.
That's
badass.
Literally, just already said what I said.
No, but all right. Truthfully, all right, people. This guy can draw. All right, true story.
True story.
I come up with a logo for my
We
fantasy
don't rely on whiskey whiskey.
fantasy football team, and I'm telling him over the phone. So I'm thinking blah 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 blah. And what do you think? He's like, check your phone. I checked my phone. And he's drawn it, sent it, texted it to me, and he's like, does that work? And I'm like, well, shit, yeah, that's perfect.
Just color it and send it back.
It was badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, if you guys saw the intro video, the new logo that I had been using, the old logo was replaced by Corey's new logo that he actually just doodled up. So it's going to be my logo. I'm going to give him credit for every time. I won't pay him if this ever gets successful.
He did pay me. He gave me 2 bottles.
That's true. 2 bottles. He's paid early in advance for the next. If this ever goes anywhere, you're not getting a nickel. But I will.
At least that's on camera.
I will.
You're not
There's
getting
legal.
a nickel. You might get 4 pennies.
Yeah.
No, I'll send you a bottle of whiskey every
There you
once
go.
in
Every once in a
That's
while,
all
the
he
best
cares
one.
about.
Like,
Yeah.
whatever you drink that you like.
But no, let's go into your story though, because honestly, he created a brand like early on in his life, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing drawing on golf balls?"
Oh, that was
So
badass. I
know
first set.
it was badass.
I still have
Carving
them.
golf balls.
but
I
he
still have
carved golf balls, which is his Instagram kind of thing now. Still, his name is Mulligans. Excuse me.
Mulligans.
But talk about your story when you got out of the Navy, kids, wife. You know what happened there, and how'd you get to where you are now?
Well, when I was in the Navy, I met my wife in Tijuana.
Classic.
I was going to say that's not a cliche at all.
Yeah, but worked out well.
Yeah, obviously.
And so, I mean, like I said, we're still married, 25 years.
Yeah.
It's been great. Let's see. I
has a
got
mansion on the hill.
I got out of the Navy, decided, obviously, since I was
have
already
a
married,
badass
I
house.
wasn't going back to Colorado. I was going to stay here. And got out and got a job in a newspaper doing little tiny ads. That was kind of weird. And after that, graduated into being an actual designer and doing a lot of stuff for a lot of casinos all throughout the nation, and even in London. So that works out pretty good.
Seriously?
Yeah, the Hippodrome.
Wow. Good for you.
Name drop. Ooh.
It's okay. Hey, dude, your forehead is glowing. You've got the back.
And then,
I mean, Corey's face.
I mean,
is lighting up.
that's kind of my story. It's very.
But what are you doing
It's very
now?
simple. I own my own business. I do the same thing. I do advertising, and I keep myself busy.
All right.
The one thing about being self-employed is a friend told me, I don't know if it was Shawn or not, but it was every day you wake up, you're unemployed. And that is so true, because if you can't just sit around and wait for somebody to come to your door to give you a job. You got to go out and search for it. So
Well, I
that's
remember
kind
the
of cool.
call
Yeah.
you called me and said, "Should I do it?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
You
no
might as
one's-
well.
No one's gonna tell you to get up. No one's gonna tell you when to quit. No one's gonna tell you when to start.
And the golf balls actually came because of him, because it was some
It was a birthday.
It was a birthday,
Yeah.
but it was like a milestone birthday.
My 30th.
And so we used to go golfing all the time.
40 years
and
ago.
I remember somebody shut up.
40 years ago was this.
Anyway, we'd go golfing, and I remember somebody had hit the ball and spliced it open, and it had this cool material inside, so I figured, hey, why not carve that? And for his birthday, I decided to make him a set that was hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Still have it.
And gave it to him on the shittiest golf ball possible that he hated. So when he opened it, he was like looking at me like, dude, you know I hate these. What are you doing? And I'm like, no, they're a new kind. You got to open them up and look at them.
Yeah.
And so he opened them up and saw that they were carved, and that was, I guess, history from there. It was just
Yeah.
kind of just fun stuff to do. But
I like your coronavirus one.
yeah,
Martin.
Martin is our.
Martin's our grip.
He's our grip, I guess. I don't know what that means.
pull the light back.
Martin, I am literally glowing because of my white shirt. So. It's
And
not your
Shawn's
fault.
head is glowing.
Yeah.
So
Can you pull that back a little bit? And for those of people who are on the, oh yes, turn it that way. It's just-
No, we don't need it more on me.
No, you're perfect. Oh,
We need
that's
more
so
on
good.
Tori.
Just pull it back.
No, that's perfect.
Go back.
No, he's
Go
good.
back.
Yeah,
3
we
feet.
don't need
No,
me
he's-
glowing any more than I already do.
Listen, I just don't want my shirt to take away from my face. I mean, my face is what the moneymaker. I mean, let's be honest. Anyway,
So humble. So humble.
So, anyway, because of that, we're going to wrap up with a shot. It's called Maker's Mark 46. Now, you guys probably saw this on last week's episode. If you didn't, it's because it went on to this week's. I can't remember because Joel did 2 parts. So, nonetheless, all I can tell you is it's super freaking good. And another one that Corey wanted.
But I probably won't get that bottle.
No, you will not get the bottle. But you will definitely enjoy the sip. Oh, we're going.
Yeah, go. Yeah, oh shit.
That's a bar shot.
I'm getting the good one.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, you don't want to have that one. That's 94 proof. This is the.
Oh hell.
Oh, good. I'm glad this one's spilling over. Yeah. Let's do this.
All right, so let's do it.
I need to humble my words a little more.
There we go. Cheers, cheers in the middle. Here we go. Shawn. That was smooth. Shawn threw his shot over his shoulder. Bitch,
I didn't.
you cannot waste that. That's like $60. You just wasted 2.7.
Go lick it. It's fake. Go lick it.
All I can say is, I know you guys don't know a lot about my story, so every time on an episode, I try and get a little bit of my story. So I'm not a cool dancer.
What happened to you after the Navy, Ken?
Yeah. Tell us.
Okay, it was very short. I had a daughter. Her name is Brooke. I had already met my wife, Mila, who I love her. We've been together for now.
I didn't actually taste it, but I want a little one.
Yeah, you should try it, dude.
He poured. That was too big. That's why I poured over my shoulder. It was
The whole
huge.
shot glass was like 1.5 ounces.
It was huge.
That's a small shot glass. For
Corey had like
All right,
a
now I'll
2.5.
actually taste it.
Yeah, I had half the
Corey's
bottle.
was like lava whiskey pouring over.
Oh,
Oh, God.
oh my god! I'm glad it's over my shoulder.
Listen, we'll get to my
It's
story.
not a good selling point
Another
for whiskey.
day.
Shut up.
No, I'm serious. No, I'm being serious. I don't
You
care.
go.
It's
I
fine.
do.
We want.
No.
Yeah. I'd
All
like
I'm
it.
saying is, you guys know I went into the newspaper industry after the construction, which was a very short-lived
Which
thing.
is
That's
why
how
I
we
got
got
the
into
paper.
it, yeah.
That's how I got to the paper.
Oh my God! I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, because you got me
forgot
hired.
about-
You got him.
You were the
You
artist.
got- I was the
you
artist.
got me
yeah.
you were
hired.
the sales guy.
I sold
Oh
advertising.
my God! What's happening? I'm
sold
so sorry.
Senior moment.
I totally forgot about all that. I got you in sales.
Yeah,
and then
then
you
I
were
got
the
in
graphic
because of you.
designer.
Yeah, and I hired him as my artist.
Oh my God! He even said, it was a small paper, but it was still very good at the time.
Yeah. Do you remember those
I
newspapers?
It was this brief. I mean, it was like
I
literally
know,
a
but it
snap.
was still amazing. Like, I forgot all about that. Anyway.
Yeah, when I first got back,
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to do.
Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
if you're under 22, newspapers are made of paper.
And you read
And
them.
you would open them and read them. Pretty much everything you see 24 hours a day was the next day. Holy shit, can you imagine? You
bad-
get news the next day.
The next day.
I can't believe it.
Bad
Anyway.
joke. Bad joke day. What's black and white and red all over?
I hope it's clean.
It's newspaper.
All right.
Good bad joke.
So anyway,
I
it was
need
a
more.
good joke.
I need that apple.
Listen,
Grit.
so I've been married for 20 some years.
You said
Crown
25 earlier.
No, it'll be 25 next year. I actually engaged.
So that means 24 now.
You guys don't know, but
Just
I asked Mila
the
to.
apple,
hey,
crown apple.
hey,
Shut up. I need a
yeah,
drink.
but we're not. You're on screen, and
Okay,
you told
go.
me to give you my space.
Okay.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
you were trying to listen to him tell his story.
It's not a
Okay,
big
fine.
story.
Let's go.
I work for
Go.
a huge air
You
conditioning
suck at
company
listening.
now.
Go, man. Go.
Listen,
It's all
there's
you.
your apple.
I know.
You really
Just go.
suck at listening.
All I
Just go.
wanted to get out is that you guys don't know that I proposed to Mila last year to renew our vows.
Am I your best man?
I want to be your best man because I ain't planning shit.
No, we don't have if we would plan it. You just show up.
I'll do that.
I'll do
Anyway,
that.
last year
I didn't
asked
get to
my
come to the
wife
first one.
remarry
Thanks.
you. Why?
Because you didn't invite me.
That's not true. I didn't know where the hell you were.
You didn't invite me.
Oh,
You
God.
could have found me.
Didn't we go through this? We literally lost touch. I mean,
In
We
fact,
did.
I didn't go to either of your weddings.
hey, we're
But guess
Went
what?
to my wedding.
I didn't.
Hey,
Well, that's because you didn't want to show up.
guys,
I
you
wasn't
guys do
here.
know we're on camera.
Yes,
I
know.
wasn't
Go.
here.
Oh yeah, that's
Listen,
true.
by the way, we're doing a
No, that's
we're doing a 7 shot.
Oh,
Oh,
all right.
hell no.
This is good.
This is apple.
This
God damn.
We're doing a dessert shot. Which
bought
is
it.
on-
That's why it's a small bottle.
it's very small.
Because I wanted to
Oh,
try
my.
it. Wait.
You didn't get one.
Oh, you just did it. I thought.
But no, I just poured it.
Oh,
over
my
here.
bad. All right,
right.
listen. This is Crown Royal apple. So in case anyone's listening, it's not good.
Shut up. It is.
I'm just joking. It's just sweet. That's
It's
all.
just super sweet. Not even. It's not even as sweet as this. But
No,
it's got a little bit of tart to it.
But we have one more thing to wrap up. So if you can just give us 3 minutes after this.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, that is
Give us 3 minutes. I know.
No, the reason
Ooh,
why.
that's yummy. All right, that's now my third favorite.
I don't know if you guys have figured this out yet. Sean's
We're getting Shawn addicted to
dessert.
whiskey. This is good.
So listen, Shawn comes.
One.
Hey, get the good.
Okay, for the podcasters, he's putting Cooper's Mark
Was this the
first.
suit too?
That was your
that was my
whiskey.
two, right?
That was
Yeah,
the
that
two,
was
Yeah,
your two.
two.
This is
One.
Apparently, this is all about Shawn and his discovery of
Well,
whiskey.
because he's not a whiskey guy, so let's give him the stage.
Discovery of whiskey.
Okay, so the
Four.
guys, listen, can you stop so I can tell the people on
We did
podcast?
7 shots.
Yeah, but we're okay.
There's 3 left.
Oh well, this is definitely probably next.
Oh, hell no.
I love how you're telling him to stop and then you continue it.
I didn't know what he was going
that's
for.
a good order.
This is a
I
good
didn't know what
stuff.
he was going for.
That's the most expensive.
I know, and it's like the most expensive.
That's because
the
he's
bottle's
Shawn.
beautiful.
That's because he's
I
Shawn.
put it down at the very.
Anyway,
That's
listen,
the designer
for
part.
the
I
people
buy
on,
stuff for the way it looks.
there's podcasters listening. We have to do. Shawn, the least whiskey guy, ranked Cooper's Mark, Crown Royal Regular, Crown Royal Apple, the Jameson Cold Brew, Templeton Rye, Maker's Mark 46, and the Royal Salute 21 Year.
And feeling
So-
no pain.
And by the way,
my guess would go that Shawn's ranking is sweet to actually good.
right.
That would be my. Yeah.
So Shawn
That's the way-
comes
We
in.
do know I'm the
By the
fruity
way,
drinker of our group.
Before we get into to tonight, Shawn goes. He comes in with freaking 2 bags of cookies and a pie and goes, "No one brings sweets." I'm like, "Cause we all care about our health." Like in my brain, I'm like, "Do you not watch my shit? I work out 24/7. Who wants cookies?" And I bring this because I support Shawn.
Cheesecake too.
Oh my god. I actually had pizza tonight, so I apologize to everyone who follows me. I broke a rule and had carbs. Anyway.
Yep. Very small carbs because the crust was like not there.
Will not say where
Won't
it came
say
from.
name.
Do
Will
not.
I will
do
not. I will not.
Okay. Anyway, let's get to the last part of the show, and we're gonna go from like goofy high to a little bit of serious, and we don't want it to be sad. We just want people to understand that there is real awareness out there, whether it's a veteran or people that actually just need to be, I guess, connected with.
Talked to.
I had lost 2 people to suicide in the last 5 weeks. And I'm not saying I don't know what it's for. I don't know why. No one ever gets any answers. But all I'm trying to say is that when I reached out to these guys after 20-some years of not realizing they were in my backyard, I felt kind of a little guilty. Now, it could have went both ways, but I don't have any ill will. All I'm saying is reach out to somebody. If you guys haven't talked to someone in a while, or you guys have a connection with somebody, just say hi, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Just
Just
let them know you're there.
Please make sure you guys are making aware of the situation that we all kind of face. The pandemic has obviously put us in a very unique...
Especially the vets.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, especially the vets.
Right.
Man.
Because I just found out tonight, there was, like I mentioned in the beginning, that Shawn had informed us of some stuff that I'm like, holy crap, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
So we don't
Some
want to
guys I
name
know
drop. We
gone.
don't want to talk about who it was.
Yeah,
it's not
some-
important. I mean, it is important, but we don't want to obviously bring those people up. My whole thing is that make sure you guys just reach out to people that you care about. One hi from somebody that you don't even realize might be struggling or going through something.
Means a lot.
It's an absolute... it could be saving lives, you know?
And let's go old school. Phone call, no text.
Right.
Phone call.
Right?
Call them.
Right?
Don't
right?
text them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying if you don't know their phone number, at least reach out on Facebook, because a lot of times search
Yeah.
their
You get
Facebook,
that, yeah.
search their Instagram, and then say, "Hey, man, how you been? It's me.
Yeah.
Can I call you?"
Yeah.
Just take that second to just try and reach out, because that could save a life. So, honestly, episode 7, podcasters, YouTubers, Apple, it's been great. These guys are amazing. I love them. Peace out. You guys got anything to say?
I love the light.
It makes me
Thanks
look
for
20
it.
years younger.
Thanks for the glare.
Thanks for the glow.
All right.
And thanks again for the 2 bottles of whiskey.
Yes.
I get
I got
those.
0.
Well, you don't drink whiskey, dumbass.
You can take this one home. I'll give you that. There you go.
You can get the apple.
I'll give you the apple. It's all yours.
I'll
you
take
guys.
that too.